Tyler, first off, welcome back. I know it was a rough 2021. Has to feel good to turn the page and just get back out there this week.
Yeah, for sure. I had a definitely a rough year last year, but it's good to be out there and getting some game feel and stuff like that for this week. So it's been really good.
Now, when we talked a couple of months ago, you had said that one of your goals over the summer was to get bigger, stronger, faster. Have to get a measurement, and you look like you're an inch or two taller than the last time that we saw you. Have you grown at all, or what's going on?
Maybe I think maybe a little bit. Definitely gained some weight though, so I'm feeling pretty good out there. But my stride and everything got a little bit faster. Been here for most of the summer, so that's definitely helped out.
Last one, there would just be a kind of an odd one, but the day one of camp, I know you guys are doing drills, but you're out there with Turcotte. You guys seem like you have some rhythm. Obviously, there's a relationship there, but with him missing camp over the last couple of days, how has that changed sort of your interaction, the number of reps that you're getting, or just the rhythm that you have with players out there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, me and Turch we think the game the same way. So every time we get out there together, we can find each other very easily. Kind of like we know where each other's going to be. And as of reps, yeah, it's when you lose a guy, we get a little bit more, but that's always good. Get a little bit better every day. So.
Hey Tyler, I'm curious. You get traded at the end of your college career, and you have to start your professional career during a pandemic. There's no dev camp. You're playing in an empty building, et cetera. Now that it looks like we're getting back to some sort of version of normal, I'm curious how you're feeling about your game, how you feel about the start of your pro career now with a proper introduction to the organization.
Yeah, for sure. I think that first year under my belt, even though, I didn't get a lot of games because of my injury, I think it was a real good way to start. And I think this is kind of what I consider going to be my first year of pro, but last year definitely was helped me out, like changing to a pro style life. And it's good to be back at dev camp. I always love these things, learn some things. So it's all good.
And how is the injury? How's your collarbone feeling?
Great. I've been good for about, I want to say since the start of summer, back to 100%. So we'll be good to go when the season comes.
What did you do to keep yourself at least mentally in the game? I mean, what did you take from the season? What did you learn, not being able to, be on the ice that much and, even though it's your first pro season?
Yeah, I think, since I was out a bit, I got to watch a lot of the games. And I think that in itself is a good way to learn how everybody plays in this league, because it is a little bit different than college, obviously. So I think that helped a lot. And then also just my off ice training really went up a bunch, and taking care of my body and stuff like that is kind of the things I focused on when I was out. And then once I got back to skating, I just kind of jumped right back into full stride and was back with the team. So.
And at this point, where do you think your development is? I mean, what do you still need to work on?
Yeah, I think still get a little bit stronger, faster, obviously. And then also just getting adjusted to the game at the pro level. I think last year, even like I said, I only played a handful of games. I think this year I need to, establish myself on a top line for the Reign this year. So, and play some big minutes, and then hopefully my game can take over from there.
Tyler, I know there was no dev camp last year, but maybe half the guys on the roster for this camp played together in Ontario last year. I'm curious if now that you guys have had a few months, shortened season together as a team, are roles starting to emerge, or relationships starting to be formed? Is it good to be back with those guys you played with last year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even when I went home for a couple of months there, just getting back here and being with the guys again, I mean, they're all I consider them best friends. So, we all have a relationship together, and it's just always nice to see them. And, it's always good to be back here for sure. So.
Is there an Ontario Reign group chat you guys are all a part of?
Oh yeah, for sure. We definitely, we got a couple of those.
Well, thanks, Tyler.
Yeah.
I want to get your take on this. You seem like a different player to me than where you were 6 months ago. And I'll borrow Robo's phrase. There's like an earned confidence about you. And I'm curious if you sort of agree with that, and maybe where it's coming from, just knowing that you did miss all of that time. But was it maybe getting into that game or a couple games there at the end of the year that just let you know, hey, that's all behind me now, and I'm ready to rock and roll as a full-time, pro hockey player?
Yeah, for sure. I think those couple of games for me were just kind of getting back into it. But, I just like to play with confidence. That's a big part of my game. If I'm confident, then my game's going to be at its highest, obviously. And, it's always nice to hear that from Robo, obviously, because missing a bunch of the season, that he didn't get to see me too much at the beginning, and then he saw me at the end. So that's always nice.